Welcome back to Club Junkie's League Night week. Well, I guess 21 or 22 because the season's technically over. We're done. The season's over. I know last week or 2 weeks ago, because I didn't do one last week, 2 weeks ago I went out and kind of took the retro bag out and actually played really well. Now, let's move away. Sorry, let me change that. I scored well. I did not play what you thought was well. If you watched me play, I shot a 37. But honestly, I made a bunch of putts. I hit a lot of good wedge shots off the tee. I still really struggled. The small driver actually hit about as well as I hit any other driver. So the small FT Tour didn't really kill me that much. I hit one really good drive with it. The rest were kind of just in play, and I hit it okay. Didn't actually hit 3-wood at all. So I don't know if the magic is still back with the old XR16, but didn't really hit 3-wood. But the irons actually struck pretty darn well, and then wedges and stuff. I got it up and down, and I putted pretty well. So can't complain there. Shot 37 to kind of end the year. And then last week I was traveling, so I didn't play. And really the end of the year, the last week is just kind of a little scramble that we do. Everybody throws some money in the pot, do a little 3-man. This year was 3-man scramble because we had a few guys missing, like myself. And yeah, we just kind of have fun with it. So end of the year, ended it well with that bag. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to continue playing. I know the league is officially done. I'm going to keep playing, though, because, well, the weather's still nice, and I want to keep golfing. So this will be kind of my bag. I don't know if I'm going to get it out tomorrow. The tee sheet looks pretty full for today, for Thursday. So this might be like a Friday round, but it'll be either Friday or this weekend. But either way, this is what I'm going to play for the next round. So it is the Club Junkie kind of like end of the year special. We're living on borrowed time here, which is still really nice. So we're going to start at the top, as we always do. We've got a bunch of new stuff this week that you probably, if you've never seen in this What's in the Bag, because I haven't had it before now. So we got a bunch of new stuff, which is really cool. We'll start at the top, and driver, we are going to go with the, of course, legendary Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke Triple Diamond Max driver. It is a ton to say, but it's a really forgiving driver. I like this thing a lot. Launches fairly high compared to the standard Paradigm Triple Diamond that I have. This one launches significantly higher, but great ball speed, definitely adds some forgiveness, and starts on a little bit straighter line. It's not quite as slightly fade bias or right line start as traditional Triple Diamond. It's a 10.5 head, but been really impressed with it so far. But we have a brand new shaft in it, and this is the brand new Fujikura Pro. So the new Pro, there's a Pro Blue and a Pro Black out that just came out. And this is the Pro Blue. So this is mid-launch, mid-spin. This is a 60X. And you can tell it has not even been cut yet. I've got it glued up. It's dry. But I got to just lop it off and throw a grip on it real quick. And I'll do that this evening. So I was just recording this on a Wednesday night. So I'll do that this evening. Be ready to go. So really excited to try this new shaft. Again, mid-launch, mid-spin. Kind of replacing the Motori XF3 that was out previously for a few years. Like the silver graphics, and it's got a kind of little futuristic text and stuff like that on it. So it'll be exciting to try it. Got new technology into it, so it'll be exciting to see how this performs in this head. I think it could be a real kind of high launch, kind of fairly low spin bomber for someone like myself who doesn't spin it a ton. So really excited to hit this one here. It's going to stand up very tall in the bag because it is full 46 inches. It's a shaft into the head, so it's playing pretty long. 3-wood is going to be something kind of older, tried and true, and it is going to be the TaylorMade QI10 standard 3-wood. This is the one that kind of was my gamer up until GT2 came out, and then I put GT2 in the bag, but this was the gamer before that. So I really like this head. It gets the ball up in the air pretty easily. It's still pretty long. It's forgiving. It kind of is the jack of all trades. It just does it all really well. Looks really good from address. That Infinity carbon crown on there always looks really smooth and solid. And this one is shafted up with a UST Link M40X Blue, the TSPX ones. This has got the full-length M40X material in it, as opposed to the standard one that just has M40X, I believe, like down in the tip section. But really stable, mid-launch, low-spin shaft, feels really smooth. This is the 70-gram F5, which is X, but I played this a lot. I can hit it off the deck. I can hit it off the tee. And it's just a really consistent, really good 3-wood. So I've been playing it for a while. I know on tour you're seeing a ton of play with it from a lot of top players, but a really good 3-wood, super underrated. So for 7-wood, again, nothing too new, but we're going to go with the Paradigm, the AI Smoke Triple Diamond 7-wood. This one here kind of fought in for a while with the ping in terms of which one was the gamer. This one unfortunately lost out to the ping because the ping's a little more forgiving, but it had its bright moments, and we're going to toss it into the bag. I haven't hit it in a while. Really like the fact that this one has less left in it than the ping. So the ping G430 Max is great. Even though I have it set flat, it can draw a little bit harder than this guy. This guy is definitely on a more neutral starting line. It looks really good. It sets up basically dead square. It doesn't look shut or anything like that I know some high lofted fairway woods can look. And this one here has got a little heavier, got a 12-gram weight in the sole to get the swing weight right. But a really good-looking 7-wood, little deeper face. You can actually hit it off the tee fairly easily as well. And I'm on the launch monitor. I've seen 150 ball smash factors with this, off the tee, which is just insane. So this is shafted up with a Fujikura Ventus TR Blue 8 stiff. Just a solid mid-launch, low-spin shaft again. Works really good in a high lofted head because it takes some of that spin off. But this thing here works really, really well. I played it a touch short at 41 7/8 inches long. But overall, really like this thing. And again, I hit it well. It's just a little less forgiving than the ping, but overall, still a really good 7-wood. For irons, something brand new. So got these. Just got these. I've put a little bit of time in with them, but these are the brand new Callaway Apex Tie Fusion irons. So these are the ones that have forged body, steel body, titanium face, and they're built for distance and forgiveness in a small package. So package-wise, definitely a little bit smaller than the Apex AI 200, a little bit bigger than the Apex Pro. It kind of slots right in between. Titanium face actually feels and sounds really, really soft. If you haven't hit these yet, you're going to be surprised that this face, when you think titanium, you think drivers, and you're going to think like a ting or a weird different sound. Extremely soft, extremely muted, and the sound and feel on them is phenomenal. Callaway did a really nice job, but really easy to hit. You can launch these things in the air. The 4-iron's easy to hit. They're very forgiving. They're long. They're probably about a half club longer than the P770s I've been gaming most of the year. But overall, just a really, really solid package from Callaway. These things are kind of going to be fighting, I think, for the gamer spot with the P770s from end of this year into next year. So we'll see how that goes. And these are shafted up with Aerotech steel fiber I110 CWs in stiff flex. These are actually built up 1 degree upright standard loft. They're actually kind of built to what I got fit into my T150. So same pretty much specs as those. Just a Tour Velvet 360 grip on it, so nothing too fancy. And we're going to play 4-through pitching wedge because even the 4-iron in this set is super easy to hit. You can hit it off the deck, you can hit it off the tee. It launches super high. It's just overall, these are really, really solid performing irons. Now, they're not cheap, but they do work really, really well. So 4-through pitching wedge, the new Callaway Apex Tie Fusion irons. For wedges, we got some new wedges, but the first one is going to be an old guy, the old 50-degree SM10. So this is the 5008F grind, the guy that just gets tossed in anytime there's kind of a mixed match wedge set and I need a gap wedge. This guy goes in, so he's had a lot of work this year, but really solid wedge, performs really well. This has got a UST Dart V Concept 105 in it. So stiff flex, this is the wedge, shaft version of it, but right around 105 grams. Plays a little bit stout, but has a fairly mid trajectory on it, and really, really consistent, really solid. So the Dart V in here on the 50-degree F grind. I know I've showed this thing off probably half the year. I've shown off that wedge. But now the 2 new wedges. So just got these in. These are JP Golf. So if you're not familiar with James Patrick, JP Golf has been doing wedges for a long time. Went over to Titleist for a little bit. Now he's back on his own doing some wedges. These are the brand new camber model. So his whole design is based kind of on the camber of the sole. He's got a kind of a unique sole design here. And I've got a 56, which is this one here, the sand wedge. So this is a high bounce 56, got a ton of bounce to it. Leading edge is super rounded, so it's not going to dig. It's going to get through the turf quickly. Got a unique kind of wave design on that sole that's also kind of milled with a texture. But a little bit of a cavity here, all forged. And this is the camber model, which he just came out with. So excited to try these out. This one here, again, as you see, no grip on it. It's coming. And I still have the plastic on the face on this guy. So a little bit more of a rounded looking wedge from address. Really straight leading edge though, as far as rounded as the wedge is, and just overall really good look. I think these they look a little bit more compact than I thought they would be, and overall I like the shape a lot. I like a more rounded wedge. The milling and everything on the back is super, super high end, super nice looking. So excited to try this one out. This is actually shafted with a Nippon NS prototype. So this is called the 2S14 in stiff flex, which these, from what I recall, were crazy heavy, very stiff shafts. They built for tour. They don't build them anymore, but I think there's about 135 grams. Super, super heavy. They're not as crazy stout as I thought they would be. I mean, they're pretty stiff, but I had these laying around, and I had some wedge shafts I was going to use, some pulls. They ended up being too short, so I kind of needed to scramble. So these are going in, and we'll see how these play. But playing the 56, high bounce in this one. And then for the lob wedge is going to be, again, JP Golf 60, and this is the high bounce 60. So I actually have two 60s. I've got a high bounce and a standard bounce. I'm going to take the high bounce out, see how it plays. But again, that leading edge, super, super rounded, super like kind of blunt. I'm expecting these to take very, very shallow divots. Even in, you know, it's rained here a little bit lately, should be really soft. I'm expecting this thing to just glide through the turf really, really quickly. There's really, you know, a fairly narrow sole when you actually look at it. It actually falls off just a touch. So these things, I think, are going to get through the turf really quickly and have great turf interaction. They are forged, so they should feel soft. And, you know, the milling on the face and all that, I'm assuming these are going to perform really, really well. So really excited for this little lob wedge. And even with that leading edge, you can open the face up a little bit. The leading edge does come off the ground a little bit, but it's not too bad. But I'm going to do the high bounce one out today, and then I'll take the standard one bounce out on another day. So the 60 JP Golf Camber Series, and these I'm really, really excited to hit. I think those are going to perform really, really well. And then finally for putter, we're busting out the old Ping PLD Answer 2Ds. This is the wide, kind of the wide body Answer 2, really long flange on it, wider sight line, deep mill face on it, but just a really solid putter. I like the feel of it. It's very soft. It feels really stable too with this big, kind of more squared off head, but it's kind of got a tri-sole as well on it. Standard plumber neck, nice kind of gray, dark gray finish, but really nice milling lines throughout, and just a really overall good looking shape. I kind of like these wide flange mallets. They've just been kind of fitting my eye lately. And this is shafted up with a KBS Tour GPS 120. So this is the all graphite shaft from KBS. So a little bit stiffer than a traditional steel shaft, but this one isn't insanely stiff. It's still got a little bit of play to it, so you get a little bit of feel. And then this is about a lambkin deep etch grip on there, just the gray and black. Love this kind of old style grip, and just it's got just a good feel. Fits in the hands well, fits in the palm or the pads of your fingers really well, and I've just been a big fan of that grip for a long time. The cord's my favorite, but I do like the standard deep etch as well. So that is putter, and that is bag for the week after, men's league night. So men's league is done. In terms of position, I think I came in middle of the road. Actually, I think I came in kind of lower than that. I think I counted 24 guys. I think it was like 16th. So I never come close to winning, it seems, but it's all right. I still had a whole lot of fun this year. Excited for next year. Hopefully I won't miss as many nights with travel and stuff like that. But good year overall. But this is the bag for this weekend. I'm going to go play, and I'll let you know how it performs next week when we'll do another What's in the Bag. It just probably won't be called week 23 or whatever, because we're kind of just in borrowed time. But anyway, you guys have a good week. We'll talk to you next week with how everything went.